Hi guys, welcome back to Modern Builds HD. Here today we are going to be building the iconic London Underground train. But before I build it, I just want to give you a little bit of a tour around, explain what I've been doing the last 3 days, why there's been no uploads and who helped me build this. So just giving you a quick tour around. At the moment we've only got 2 carriages. I think the real trains in real life have about 7 or 9, something like that. But you know, this is just in a small suburban area. I just wanted a London Underground train because you know they're just so awesome, and I mean, how cool did this turn out? So I have my friend Robbie. He's unknown, he's not a famous builder or anything, never built on Minecraft before, just giving me tips and stuff on just how to build this train because he's a train nerd, and yeah, it turned out amazingly. So I'm guessing his advice worked. So what I'm going to be doing in this tutorial is telling you guys how to build one of these carriages of a train, and then obviously you could repeat it as many times as you want, whether if you're underground, you're on top of ground like me, or you just want to, you know, make a cool train somewhere. So you can make as many carriages as you want. So I'm just going to build the front of this and then we'll progress. Hi guys, so welcome back. So before we build this carriage, what you're going to need to know first is the materials. Now this looks pretty well in most texture packs. I'm using Flows HD of course, because it's one of the best modern texture packs out there, and it works amazingly for this train. So I'm using red wool, black stained clay, grey stained clay, stone brick stairs. You will also need the slab version of this block. Glass, you can use black stained glass if you want to make it look slightly cooler. Iron doors, blue wool, button, and a stone slab. There are some other materials like signs and hoopers and cobblestone walls, but you know, this is just the basics. What you're gonna need now is to get out the stairs and just place them like this. This will form the bottom base of the train. So this train is 5 wide, like so. Then you're just going to want to round it round, round it round. That was so derp. Like this. Then you will need your red wool. Damn, red wool just looks amazing in shaders, has to be said. Now you will need your grey stained clay. Just place here. Sorry about this guys, this should actually be here. Something is lying to me. And here. Now you will need your stairs back again, and just place them here and here. You will see why in a second. Now we are going to place the glass blocks around here, and this will form, you know, the basic front shape of our train. Now what you're going to want to do now is just continue this along, kind of like a pattern. It's just pretty much the same. I mean, trains don't really change shape, that would just be quite odd. So just continue this down several blocks. I'm not entirely sure, I will just change it if I need to. Okay, so we're just going to leave it at there for the meantime. We will need to make it longer, I know that as a fact. Oh my god, why did that have to sound like that? Okay. Anyways, what you're going to need to do now is place 3 of these cobblestone walls on either side, like this. Get a hooper hopper, just place it next to this because we're going to need it very soon, and then just place it either side here. Now these kind of act like the rails that go underneath the train. Of course we can't exactly recreate them, this is Minecraft and you have to kind of think of these things, because otherwise you're just going to have something that looks really shitty and blocky, which always looks horrible. And the one thing that I do love about this design is everything is symmetrical, which means it's so easy to build and it's just such a nice pattern to work with. So all you're going to need to do now with the bottom of the train is just continue this flow design right near to the end here, where the gravel stops, like so, as you can see. Let's see, how many cobblestone walls do I have? I just have a picture up here, so I have 3. Alright, so then just one more cobblestone wall, 2, 3, hooper hopper, hooper hopper, like so, and then that is our final design. Anyways, what you're going to need to do now is place 3 of these cobblestone walls on either side, like this. Get a hooper hopper, just place it next to this because we're going to need it very soon, and then just place it either side here. Now these kind of act like the rails that go underneath the train. Of course we can't exactly recreate them, this is Minecraft and you have to kind of think of these things, because otherwise you're just going to have something that looks really shitty and blocky, which always looks horrible. And the one thing that I do love about this design is everything is symmetrical, which means it's so easy to build and it's just such a nice pattern to work with. So all you're going to need to do now with the bottom of the train is just continue this flow design right near to the end here, where the gravel stops, like so, as you can see. Let's see, how many cobblestone walls do I have? I just have a picture up here, so I have 3. Alright, so then just one more cobblestone wall, 2, 3, hooper hopper, like so, and then that is our final design. Now you're going to want to get a stone brick stair, just place it not there, come on, you can do it, Minecraft, yes, well done, and then just place it around here. Now this is the back of the train, so that is all finished, and like I said, the roof did need to be longer, so we're just going to go extend it. Ugh, so immature. Just all the way across here, and again, and again. Okay, so that's the most annoying part of the build out of the way. From here on it is super easy and we will not have any problems. So what you're going to want to do now is just along the cobblestone walls, getting back to the cool pattern design of this build is, oh my god, I can't believe you just did that, Minecraft. You're going to want to place 3 blue blocks just across here, blue wall, and then we've got the sort of paintwork coming along. Now one thing that I do love about this train is the colours of it just look so amazing. I mean, they look absolutely awesome. Just extend this one along every anvil. I was just checking if everything was even there, and we've done everything evenly. Clap clap. Alright, white stained clay will now be placed either side here. On top of the stairs we're going to have some iron doors to replicate the actual doors of the train, because they were actually iron, and Flows HD, and I even believe default, actually looks pretty realistic, which is just great. So then just place the windows in between here and here, like so. That looks great. And then we will need our doors, so just place the doors here, here, not on the back, then again, till we are complete. There we go. Looking amazing. Now a small detail that you can do, because obviously you are going to want these doors to be functional so you can actually get in the train. That is one of the main parts of it. So what I came up with is just a simple design of just putting the buttons on the white stained clay parts here, and it allows you to open the doors, of course, so you can get inside the train. Right, so that simple design is all done. Now we no longer need doors, so you can just replace that with a sign, where we can just go across here and place a sign there, then let me just find my picture of the back of the train. Here we go. Now you're going to want to get your grey stained clay, just here, go bam, 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 and then you're just going to want to get the stone brick stairs once again, like so. It looks pretty similar to the front, it's just grey, because that's how the actual design looks. So that's that part of the build done. Now for further detail, I did put signs along here, which, you know, just looks quite cool, adds a bit of detail. And I guess if people are trying to commit suicide underneath a train, no offense to anyone that has relatives that did that, but, you know, just saying. it would stop them. Alright. Come on. Okay. So I always forget one small thing in a tutorial and then go damn. So let's see if we've got every single thing in order. That is it. Okay. So in the real trains they actually did have a grey stained clay floor with yellow dots, I believe, in the carpet, but you can't really do that on Minecraft without creating huge squares. I guess Attack of the B Team may have it. Yeah, so you're just going to want all the blocks just to be placed along here. Now I guess you could add seats. I haven't actually experimented with putting seats in a cabin in, but you know, it would be really cool, so I guess you can. Now I've been on a train a few times, so I guess if you really wanted a cabin you could have something just like, you know, this, and then just have like a door here, obviously an iron door because you don't want anyone breaking in and taking over the train. That would just be like a terrorist attack. And then you could just have some simple seats like here, 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 and here. You know, just simple seats, nothing extremely detailed. And then just, of course, you're going to want some fences. You know, because people just kind of hold on to these things when the train's crowded. And that's good enough, I guess. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to have to break my way out here. Actually, no, pressure plates. Pressure plate my way out here. And that is the train tutorial done, guys. So I hope you all enjoyed it. Please give the video a like if you enjoyed it. Comment down below if you want to recommend me anything. Like I said before, I'm doing the New York subway tutorial because I love them subway trains. They're just so awesome, and it should get some mad views as well. So please smack that subscriber button, hit a like. If you like my project, yeah, please share it with people. It will help my channel get more well noticed. And yeah, thank you so much for viewing. I'll see you in my next tutorial.